What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of La Liga Career Mode. This is episode number 28 and we're starting today's episode off officially ending Season 2 after a brilliant campaign in La Liga with Granada. After winning our final two games, we snuck into 5th place and guaranteed a group stage place in Season 3's Europa League. Yep, fantastic year for Granada, brilliant second season. Less said about what happened in the cup the better, but great season for Granada. Bring on Season 3. So in today's episode, as the new season begins and we start the campaign off, we find out our transfer budget with Granada, and it is £64 million. Now, I gotta be honest, I thought it was gonna be around that. You know, I thought maybe, like with wage budget or wage is more likely to be around 60 to 62 mil, but I thought possibly the Granada board might skimp a little bit around 45 to 50 mil, but I wasn't really surprised by that because if you play FIFA career mode like me, you will know that in Season 3, ordinarily, if you're managing a top tier team, regardless of where you are, for the most part, you are given a bit of a war chest. Like, you are given quite a decent budget to begin your third season off with. So I wasn't too surprised at the budget being that big. And I wasn't too surprised about this either. Yeah, I often talk about it. What comes with a big budget? Big objectives, and that's what we've got. In Season 3 with Granada, our first year in Europe, yeah, pretty tough objectives. In the Europa League, reached the final, and in La Liga, finish in the top 4. So, yeah, they said you can have your big budget, but you're also going to have to deliver on the pitch as well. But I'm not too surprised by that. You know, last year we only finished 6 points behind Barca in 4th place, so there's no reason why we can't get into the top 4. We're a young team, we're developing all the time. We've got a couple of stars in this team, such as Jan Bryce Ateki at 82 overall, the Wonder Kid VR, Suarez up top at 84 overall, Luis Milla 81 overall. It's not a surprise to get those objectives, and if I am being totally honest here, you'll know at the start of every season I always try and downplay it just in case I absolutely fail massively, but if I am being 100% honest, this year I was going to target the top 4 anyway, man, seriously. Because I often talk about it, you know, if you've got a young team, the team you have at the start of the season is going to be not as good as the team at the end of the season. Because if it's a young team with potential, it's going to develop and get really good over the course of the year. So there's no reason why, as a 4.5-star team, we can't break into the top 4. That was going to be my objective, and with starting budget of around 60 mil to reinvest as well. Yeah, I feel confident we can do that. It'll be tough, don't get me wrong, because you know that Barca, Atletico and Real are pretty much always guaranteed the top 3 spots, but no reason why we can't sneak in to 4th place. Even so, to start the season off, we needed to sort out the contract situation. There were a few players' deals that come at the end of the year. I did decide to give the youngster Moyano out of the academy a new deal, just for the fact he's got a solid player trait, mainly. I love that. I rarely ever get a youth player with a trait, and he's got my favourite trait in the game. But also, of course, Luis Milla did sign an extension. If anyone deserved an extra 20 grand a week, it's Luis Milla. But you see the transfer and loan list here. I'm not going to make major changes to outgoings with this Granada team because I like how we're currently set up right now. It is a young team. It's developing really nicely, but I wouldn't mind shifting on Antonin and one of our young centre-half Sanchez, who can't get a game here. But for signings with Granada, well, I thought if I've been given 60 mil and we've been asked to reach the top 4 and also get to the final of the Europa League, I need some real first team quality and I need to splash that cash. And my first signing of the window, oh, I am absolutely buzzing for this guy. He's left Bilbao in the game. He's gone to Spain to join Lyon, but I'm going to bring him back to La Liga. It's Unai Venfador. 22 years old, 81 rated, and you might have missed it as I was going through the squad hub to begin today's episode off here. Rashina, club captain, is retiring at the end of the season, so we need a replacement. We need someone that's got his sort of style, we need someone that's got his sort of ability, but much younger and much better. Yep, I think this guy fits the bill pretty well. 10 years younger than Ruben, 3 ratings higher, with absolutely brilliant, and I mean brilliant stats. Now, he isn't the quickest, no doubt about that, But otherwise, man, this guy is a brilliant, absolutely brilliant, versatile midfielder. He's got great defensive stats. He can shoot from range with 80 long shots and 75 shot power, 84 for long pass and shot pass. Really, this guy here is a jack of all trades type of midfielder with a 4-star weak foot as well. He's just 22 years old. He's already 81 overall. He'll replace Rashina in our first 11. And of course, that now poses the question. And I did briefly touch on this. Well, I say brief. I've talked about it a lot. Briefly touched on this. We do need a new club captain now. And the question is, who's it going to be? Duarte? Maximiano? Neva? Suarez? Ateki? Mia? Or the Wonder Kid? Several players deserve the armband. Question is, who's going to get it? Right now, I'm leaning towards 2 players, I'll be honest. The Wonder Kid and Luis Mia. For now, I've given it to our number 5. I'm still undecided on whether to give it to the Wonder Kid or not. But even so, after the signing of Venfador there, Unai coming back to La Liga. What a steal, by the way. 32.5 mil. He's 22. I don't know how much better he can get at 81, but even so, for 32.5 mil, yes, there was a sell-on clause included. That's an absolute bargain, in my opinion, for a jack-of-all-trades type of midfielder. But you would have seen a bid for Sugawara. Of course, we turned that one down. And also, we had a bid here for Pepe Sanchez. Empoli, the Italian side, wanted to take him to the Serie A. He's 23 years old, yes, but just 69 overall. Hasn't really developed. And right now, we've got an abundance of centre-halves and, you know, players who are better. This guy's not going to see any minutes on the pitch, and I don't think he's going to get much better at 69 overall. With his deal come the end of the year, I think it's best just to cash in, really. Get whatever we can and focus on the other talents we've got here. But also a bid for Ateki from Leverkusen was turned down, and Antonin was wanted by Feyenoord as well. 23 years old, 72 rated, and I don't think I'll ever forget this guy. I mean, how could I? He scored as many goals for me as he did against me. Yeah, of course, he dumped me out of the Copa del Rey back in Season 1 when he was on loan at Malaga. Came back last year, got 1 goal all season long. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to miss him. Really don't think so. 23 years old, in the low 70s. Look, you know, Nteka last year came in from Vallecano as our backer replacement. He was great. Luis Suarez will always be our starting striker. And then we've got the youngsters Rodriguez and Arezzo as well. Antonin, thanks for scoring against me as many goals as you did for me. But yeah, enjoy your time in Feyenoord. Not sure I'll miss you very much. Still, following that, we rejected it for Carlos Neva. And we're going to do it here for Monchu from Montpellier. We turned this one down as well. Quite like him, to be fair, as a squad midfielder. But I did see this. Now, this was an interesting one. Alberto Soro, formerly of Real Madrid, had his release clause met by Freiburg. And I was like, I didn't even realise he had a release clause. Yeah, 8.3 mil his release clause. The Germans decided to match it. And I decided to let him go. Now, he's 75 rated, 24 years old. He's reasonably quick. He's got some reasonable technical stats. But I looked at the kid and just thought, I think we can do better. Of course, in this team, he's going to be 4th/5th choice winger. I'm okay letting him go. Normally, I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but normally, if a club meets a release clause for one of your players, I race to give him a new contract straight away on the same day and say, nope, you're not going anywhere, you're staying with me. But for Alberto Soro, I decided to let him go. 8.3 mil is a decent fee there. Yes, he's in his early to mid-20s, but personally I thought, in this team, 4th/5th choice winger, we can get better, we can get younger, and I thought after Darwin's ACL last year, he's now in his 30s, we will want someone to replace him long term. I'm not sure Azuni can do that. I don't think Soro would ever be good enough to do that, but I know one player that can be. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'm bringing him in. We finished above them in the table last season. His contract is up coming the end of the year. His future is uncertain at Athletic Bilbao. And I had to bring him to Andalusia. 23 mil, 4 mil under the valuation. Marcelino not wanting to lose the speedy young talent on a free transfer. So they agree a cut price deal with us. And I'm absolutely buzzing for this kid. Athletic Bilbao have an abundance of young talent, but I think this guy is the biggest of the lot. You know who he is. Brother of Iñaki. Nico Williams, 78 overall, 21 years old. The funny thing is, in this Bilbao team, he's not a regular starter, whereas here at Granada, he would be. So I saw it's kind of realistic as well, because at Bilbao right now, this guy's regularly on the bench. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and his future is uncertain. But here at Granada, I said to Nico, mate, you come play for us, you'll be a starter. You will start in this team ahead of Darwin. So Nico is in, absolutely buzzing with that, and I had to do this as well. After Alberto Soro left the club, I changed Antonio Villar's number. The 7's now vacant. Nico's going to take the 30 he wears at Bilbao, and VR is the new number 7 at Granada. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I love that new wide midfield pairing, and what a bargain. 23 mil for Nico Williams. Yes, he's a couple ratings lower than Darwin right now, but almost a decade younger than the South American. He's got great potential. He's listed as an exciting prospect. We needed a long-term successor for Darwin, especially after he got the ACL last season, and we've got, in my opinion, the best one we could have in Spanish football. Nico Williams on the right, VR on the left, and Unai now replacing Ruben Rashina as well. Man, oh man, what a start to Season 3. 2 massive new signings, and there's still a bit of money left over. Absolutely loving the beginning of Season 3, and there's still 3 weeks to go before the season starts as well. Thank you so much for watching the season opener, guys. Really hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of La Liga Career Mode, where we choose a new club captain very soon.